Have y'all noticed that people have a lot to say about locks? And it's always the people that don't have locks that have the most to say about them. What's going on, lock fam? We are back again with another video. As I mentioned in the last video, guys, I will be posting weekly videos every Thursday, so don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. All right, guys, so this video today is going to be about the common myths and misconceptions when it comes to maintaining locks, starting locks, just locks in general. Now, what I talk about, a lot of you may have had people tell you, or you've heard people talk about. Maybe you've never heard these myths or misconceptions, but they definitely are out there, and every single one I have heard. So the first myth that we are going to talk about is locked hair grows slower than loose hair. A lot of people, when they lock their hair, suffer from shrinkage. I definitely had a lot of shrinkage when I first locked my hair, and I did actually believe this myth. But guys, that is definitely not true. If you were to unlock your hair, you would definitely see the new growth. As I actually continue in my lock journey, I'm realizing that my hair is growing a lot faster than if it were to be loose. I find that until your hair has what the lock community calls hang time, which means your locks have now dropped. I don't really know how to explain it, but if you are in the lock community, you understand what I'm saying. But until that happens, a lot of people do have a lot of shrinkage and they feel like their locks aren't going to grow. My biggest advice to anyone who has started locks, or they're thinking about starting locks, or even if your locks are mature like mine, take before and after pictures or videos. It's just like when you're losing weight, right? Like when you're losing weight or going through some kind of transformation, and you take before evidence and after evidence and you put the two side by side, that's when you really notice the difference. So when I look at my locks right now, to me, they have not grown since last year. But when I do a side by side of pictures from last year to now, they've grown tremendously, especially in the back. Like, they have grown a lot. All right, guys, so moving on to myth number 2. Locks thin as they grow. To be honest, when it comes to this myth, in some cases for me, this is completely untrue. And in other cases, it is true. I'm going to speak about my own locks because my locks are what I know and what I see firsthand. My hair journey is absolutely crazy, guys. And the amount of things that I've done to my hairline and my hair in the front in general is absolutely wild. I will be covering that in a next video. I find for me, my locks in the front are starting to thin towards the roots, and there actually is a reason why that's happening, guys, and I'm gonna let you guys know that in an upcoming video. But I also find that this is a myth because you're seeing my locks, they're growing, they're not thinning, with the exception of the ones right here, like on my hairline. So speaking on my own locks, all my locks in the middle to the back, none of them are thinning. They're actually getting thicker at the root as they're growing. I think it all depends on how you're maintaining your locks, how you're caring for them, if you're moisturizing them, how much hydration are your locks getting? Because as your locks grow, right, they're getting heavier. It's putting more tension on your root. A lot of people suffer from the breakage and the thinning at the root because they're not caring for their lock. If you guys want, I can actually dive a lot deeper into that myth as well. Just let me know in the comments if you want me to make a video explaining how I maintain my locks and how I ensure that I don't have the thinning or, you know, the breakage going on with my locks. Honestly, guys, it wasn't until I started recording myself talking that I realized that I talk with my hands. Like, my hand is bruh. Okay guys, we are going to move on to myth number 3 when it comes to locks. A lot of people believe this misconception that locks can only start from short hair. No, you can start locks at any length of hair. You can start locks from this length right here. You can start locks from even longer. You can start locks from any point. I mean, I don't know how you're gonna start locks if you're bald, but you know, perseverance. Like if you want locks, you're gonna find a way. Like, now if you do follow me on Instagram at eat.pray.locked, I will be posting my lock journey and how it actually started. You guys will see the length that I started my locks at. I actually started my locks when they weren't super short, when my hair was about this long. You do not need to have short hair to start locks. If your hair is short, you can start your lock journey. I have pictures of my hair when it was just twists, and there were these big humongous twists in my head, and I would literally wash my hair, guys, and keep the twists in. I honestly just stayed patient and just let the twists do what they wanted to do, and this is the result. Sometimes I do wish that my locks were thicker. No, because did I just make a new word? Mythconception. There are myths and misconceptions about locks, so they're mythconceptions. This is a word now. So all right guys, let's move on to mythconception number 4. You have to go a long time without washing your locks. You have to go a long time without washing your locks? How long is a long time? How long is a long time? If you're going 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, girl, if you're going a year, no, because I'm gonna need you guys to comment below how long is long. How long do you think that you should be going without washing your locks? So what I do with my own locks, guys, is I do not set a schedule for when I wash my locks. I don't say, oh, hey, I went swimming today, but I washed my locks last week, and I only wash my locks every 6 weeks. So what we're gonna do is keep the chlorine in our lock? No. So what we are gonna do, guys, is we're going to wash our locks often. We're not washing our locks every week, every 2 weeks. Definitely not going to be waiting more than 2 months to wash our locks, because it is going to lead to buildup and dirt in your locks. If you are someone that work in a job where your locks are consistently dirty and you do need to wash your locks often, make sure that you are moisturizing them as often. As long as you're replenishing that moisture back into your hair, then wash your locks as need be. You have to shave your locks if you don't want them anymore? What in the mythconception? If you don't want your locks anymore and you do not want to shave them off of your head, no, because y'all think this is a joke. You're gonna grab some water. No, I'm not playing anymore. And you're going to put the water on your locks. People use different products as well. Along with water, you get a comb like this. I'm not unpicking my entire lock right now on this video, but you can see that I've actually started unpicking the lock. It's really not that serious. So yes, guys, you definitely do not need to be shaving your locks if you don't want them anymore. It's your hair. You can do literally whatever you want with it. All right, guys, so those were the common misconceptions when it comes to locks. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and that you learned something new. Bye, guys.